I grew up in Wellsville, which is a small town. It's in York County, just a little north of here for people that are familiar with it. And so, of course, I went to Wellsville Elementary School. And when I went through Wellsville, it was a really small school. There were only two teachers for every grade. There were about 25 kids in each class. So it was kind of school where like everybody knows everybody. You're all friends. We didn't really have cliques or anything like that when I went there. And you kind of happy, nice, safe upbringing. But we had this tragedy when I was in second grade. A classmate of mine, his name was Kevin Butler, and he actually got hit by a car when he was crossing the street to get on the bus. And we found out about it one day when we came into class, and then 2 days later we actually found out that he had died. So it was really sad kind of thing. And like I said, we're all friends, but Kevin and I kind of had this interesting relationship. We were almost sort of like rivals, you could almost say. Like we would try to like one up each other, outsmart each other. He could be a little sneaky, and he definitely did things that I didn't really like. And I think it's maybe the guilt from the kind of relationship we had after he passed. But I just remember our interaction so vividly. And so just a quick example of our relationship. When I was in second grade, I had this really awesome pencil, and everybody in the class wanted this pencil, and nobody wanted it more than Kevin. And people were always trying to make trades for it. And one day, Kevin found my weakness. He came into school with a Buffalo Bills trading card. And first thing in the morning, he shows it to me. And I was a huge Buffalo Bills fan. This was back when they were going to 4 Super Bowls in a row, and they had all these great players. And the card was like it was Kenneth Davis. He was like a second string running back. But it didn't matter. It said Buffalo Bills on it, and I had to have it. So we make the trade, and all day at school, I'm just like staring at this card. I'm looking at it. I'm taking precious care of it. And I can't wait to get it home and into my collection. This card is going to be my legacy. And so it's the very end of the day, and Kevin goes up to the teacher, and he says, I traded for this card, and I want it back. So the teacher calls me up, and she's like, we don't trade things. It's his card. You need to give it back to him. So you guys see what happened, right? He got to use my pencil all day long, and I got absolutely nothing out of this trade. So I'm glad you're all on my side. So I'm probably about to lose you again. And so here's where I get busted. So Kevin's parents start the Kevin Butler Memorial Scholarship Fund, and it's just a way of keeping his memory alive and giving back to the community. And so every year they award $1,000 to one student. And so cut to, it's my senior year of high school, and I had actually had another tragedy in my life. My father had passed away about a year and a half prior. And so at this point in my life, like I don't have a lot of motivation, like kind of direction, that kind of thing. Like my grades had stayed up well enough. And I did fine on my SATs, and I got into college, but like I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. I'm going into college undecided, just not super motivated, not a lot of direction. And my mom's trying to get me to apply for the Kevin Butler Scholarship Fund. And so you got to do the interview, and I don't know what I would say in the interview. I don't know what I want to do. I don't really even want to wear a shirt and tie to school for that kind of thing. So like, it's like the last thing that I want to do. So, it's dinner time every day. My mom keeps asking me, did you apply for the scholarship? Did you apply for the scholarship? And I keep saying, yeah, no, I'll do it. And the deadline passes, and so again, she asked me, did I apply? And I hadn't. It's not what I told her. And so it comes time for the senior awards show where, amongst other things, they announce who's, going to win the scholarship. And so, of course, I'm there in attendance with my friends. I'm sitting there with my friends, and my mother's also in attendance because she wants to find out if her son is going to win the Kevin Butler Scholarship. Spoiler alert, he's not going to. And so, Kevin's father gets up on stage when it comes time, for him to announce. And, he's kind of emotional, certainly, understandable. So this is going to be, this would have been his son's graduating class. And so, he's up there and, he's kind of fighting back tears, and he's giving his speech. And mind you, this is during the Bush administration. So he says to everyone in attendance, including my mother, this is going to be our version of No Child Left Behind. Everybody that applied for the scholarship is going to be winning $1,000 to further their education. So, Kevin, you got the last laugh, my friend.